If you're new to my channel, don't be a stranger, and if you've been here before, welcome back. My name is Tashandra, and this is where we embrace the beautiful chaos of life. I share everything from my sister-locke's journey and small business adventures to wellness, parenting adult children, and whatever else pops into my head. Let's get into it. Hey everyone, it's Tashandra. Welcome back to my channel. On this channel, we talk about the beautiful chaos of life and finding joy. And one of the things that brings me joy is Portland leather goods. Today, we're going to see what fits in a small, medium, and large Chelsea. When I considered purchasing a Chelsea, one of the first things I did was went to YouTube to see if there were any videos that anyone had posted on the size comparisons of the Chelsea and what fits. And I really had a hard time finding those types of videos. So hopefully this helps someone if you're actually interested in the Chelsea. Before we start packing it up, let's take a look at it. This is the small Chelsea in the color Lagoon. And as you can see, it does have the trees on it. This is the inside. I'll put my hand in here. This is how deep it is. One thing I can say is it doesn't open up very wide. So depending on how large your hands are, you may or may not have some issues getting in and out of the bag. But this is the small. This is the medium, and this is in chili red. Once you move up to the medium, you actually get a wrist strap. And of course, it's larger, so it does open up wider. And as far as how deep it is, this is how deep. Let me turn this way. This is how deep it is. This is a really nice size. And last but not least is the large Chelsea. And this is pretty large, right? All right. So pretty much almost up to my wrist can fit in here. So taking a look at this is the color Lagoon, and let's compare the medium. So this is a comparison of the space that you have, extra space that you have, medium. And then let's do the small. Okay. Let's see. There we go. And let's take a look at the bottom. I am going to attempt to do all three of these. Not sure how successful I'm going to be, but we will give it a try. Okay, small, medium, and large. All right, now let's get ready to pack this up. But I have pulled out a few things to put in here, and I might fumble just a little bit because I have not pre-packed it to see what's actually going to fit. And let's start, actually, I don't know if we should start with the large or start with the small. Let's start with the large. So a few things that I have an iPhone 16 Pro Max, and here's one of the old cases. So that fits in here. And let's see. This is my everyday wallet that I'm using right now. That gets in here just fine. A pair of my AirPods, some dental floss, cannot forget your hand sanitizer, and let's do some lotion, hand lotion. I'll do this OxyClean stick. Already have hand sanitizer in there. Some lip gloss, liquid lipstick, it says, and some perfume. And let me just show you with the items I have in here right now, there's still quite a bit of space. So this is my hand touching the phone case. And this is my hand touching the top of the wallet. So let's see what else I can get in here. This is some native deodorant. And by the way, this really didn't work for me, but I still have it. A pen and just in case, I like to carry a lint roller with me. Now, if you are a woman of a certain age and you need a fan, this is not going to work for you, but all of those items fit in here. I was able to zip it up with no issues. There's no buckling or anything. There's no, nothing's like pushing out. And this is how it looks. Now, I will say you'll have to fish around in here to actually get to the items. One thing, I'd have to really take that out. But once I remove the lint roller, I can actually see everything very clearly. So maybe just not the lint roller, but I think that was a significant amount of things in here. I will say it is a bit heavy. Would I want to just carry this on my wrist? Probably not just hanging, no, but if I have it on my wrist and I'm just holding it, then that might not be too bad. Okay, this is the large Chelsea and all of the things that it was able to hold. I am going to take out my wallet and replace it with this love bug. That freed up quite a bit of space. And now I can put these tissues in here and smooth that so we don't hear all of that rattling. I'm also going to throw in this lip gloss since I had the lipstick stuff in there. And now you can see there's a lot in here and there's still quite a bit of space. I can see everything. I might have to fish around just a little bit, but it's very roomy. I don't feel like there's any crowding in here. So this does fit quite a bit of things. So now I've taken out the love bug and I'm going to replace it with the pinch pouch. Just as another option in case some of you have the pinch pouch and you use that for your wallet. And so again, all of those things fit in here pretty comfortably. All right. I did also pull out this penny pouch. I pulled out the penny pouch. I don't think, I mean, it'll definitely fit, but we'll have to remove a lot of these things to get in here. So let's try that really quick. Penny pouch, hand sanitizer, and I also threw in the dental floss, perfume, hand cream, deodorant, the pen, the lip gloss, and the lipstick. And now I'm throwing in the AirPods. Now let's see about this phone case. I probably should have put the phone case in first. Let's see. Need to move this. All right. So I do believe all of these things are going to fit. You might have to be a little strategic with getting them in there, but now I'm just kind of throwing the stuff in here and no issues. There you go. So all of those things fit. The penny pouch is a little hidden, but there it is. And this is going to zip up just fine. So we know all of the things that can fit inside of the large, starting with the phone. I am not going to get my iPhone 16 Pro Max in here, but I should be able to get everything else in here. I'm going to throw the pinch pouch in, headphones, hand cream, put that in there, hand sanitizer. Now I can tell you it's already feeling a little tight. I can put the pen in here. Lip gloss. I'm going to switch out this long this for a shorter lipstick actually. So I'll put this lipstick in here and right. Throwing the floss in there again, and I think that's really going to be about it. Let's try to zip this up. So there is some buckling. It is kind of pushing out right here. And this is what it looks like inside. Uh-oh. So what it's looking like inside. So definitely the pinch pouch is too thick to go in here. Let's do the love bug. That should give us, free up some space. And once the love bug is in there, I think now I'll be able to put all the rest of these things in here with the exception of the tissues. All right. So there is a little bit of, denting, some pushing out on the leather. And really, you can get the things in here. Do you really want to fight to get in and out? Probably not. Okay, so I would say, maybe decrease some of the things that you put in here, like maybe not the OxyClean stick. If you're just going somewhere really quick, you might not need to take perfume with you. Maybe you don't need the deodorant, and then you have everything else in here, and you should be just fine. Okay, so this now feels very comfortable to me. It's not any, I can see everything. I don't feel like I'll be fishing around in here. So we'll do a recap of what we ended up with inside of here. Love bug, dental floss, lip gloss, AirPods, hand sanitizer, lipstick, a pen, and hand cream. And the last one is going to be the small. Now let's see what all we can get in the small. Now remember, this is not a very wide opening. If you're using this, I would maybe just use this as a small catch-all inside of one of your purses, not necessarily as something to grab and go in lieu of a purse, but let's go ahead and throw the love bug in here. And it goes in, you kind of have to turn it on its side a little bit. Well, I guess you don't really, it goes in, but I don't know if I would necessarily put a love bug in here, but it does fit. AirPods, hand sanitizer. Let's just do the lip gloss instead of the lipstick. And this hand cream is a little wide, but it does fit in there. The pen is not going to fit straight across, but you can put it in here and just kind of maneuver it a bit. So it's just kind of coming up at an angle, and that does fit. I think I just lost my dental floss, but I believe the floss would be able to fit in here as well. Uh-oh. That pen Now I can't open it. Got to push down on it. I'm going to take the pin out so we don't have any issues again with that. So here we go, all of the things that are inside of here now. And we'll do a quick recap. So the small, I have dental floss, hand cream, love bug, hand sanitizer, lip gloss, and the AirPods. Now, if I had to pick one for my collection out of the small, medium, and large, which one would I pick? Let's talk about that. So we know that the small is a little bit difficult to get in and out of, and it, quite frankly, it can be a little difficult to see, but it could also be because of the color. The small, I can't fit my cell phone in here, but it can still fit quite a few other items that I would need. And the large, we already know the large can take the capacity of everything that I would need if I just wanted to run out the house. I don't really want to take a purse with me. I could load this up with things and it may be a little heavy, or I could go lighter, but it will fit my phone and other essentials. Now, if I had to pick between all three and I didn't need it to be the only thing that I had with me, I would go for the medium. I say I would go for the medium because even though it does not fit my phone, I do use this medium quite frequently. It fits all of my essentials. I just throw it inside of my bag and I'm able to go. And it's not too big, it's not too small. This for me is the Goldilocks of all three. But what do you all think? If you had to pick, which one would you pick? Let me know in the comments. And that's going to be it for today's video. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.